Hey everyone, this is JB, and today is day 10 of our 90-day series where we build, promote, and sell AI systems for small businesses. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of building and selling, which is exciting. That's our favorite type. And we are building something that I was just mind blown by. We are going to have the ability to scrape leads from a site like Apollo for pennies on the dollar, and then pull the websites from each contact, crawl the homepage of that website, extract all of that content, and then use Gemini inside of Google Sheets to then determine what the target client of that company is and the service that they provide. We're going to summarize that, and then we're going to turn that into a cold email script. So now, instead of sending tens of thousands of cold emails with the same exact template that's just super generic, we can actually take businesses across any different industry, put them all into the same list as long as they're the type of person who would want to buy our product, and customize that email totally to them. So we could say, hey, we know that you are a business coach for six-figure executives. And that's what the email can say, instead of trying to turn down our list and only pull out coaches for six-figure executives, and the old school way where you're trying to take like really small lists and provide very exact cold email templates to that. So let's jump right into this. I have already done most of this work, but what I am going to do is show you step by step. A lot of this froze my computer. It froze Google Sheets. It did a lot of stuff because I was trying to rush through it. I actually already recorded like half of this video, and what it did as I was trying to do it live, I was like, nope, this is going to take a little bit of patience. So just know that there's some patience involved. I'll also show you a couple of things that I could have done differently in that first video that would have helped not have my computer just kind of like implode, or at least Google Chrome implode. Luckily, the computer was great, and I just had to cancel out of everything, close all my tabs, which is probably like thousands of tabs, and reopen and start recording again. So jumping into Apollo real quick, I pulled a list. This is a completely free Apollo account, by the way. So I just log in with my Google, create a free account. I don't have access to actually download any of this. This is how they get you to run samples, and then you can download those lists. So I have the owner. I'm looking for the owner, the co-founder, founder, or CEO of companies inside of the United States, 1 to 200 employees. And then I put in an industry of marketing and advertising. Like I mentioned before, this can be super broad, but I know who I want to sell my product to, and it is marketing and advertising agencies. The reason why this process is still going to be so valuable is there are so many different types of marketing agencies. There are paid search agencies, direct mail agencies, design agencies, websites, copy creation, all these different types of things. And then most of them have their own niche that they want to target. So we're going to be capable of talking about that exact niche and making it super relevant to what we have to say. So we then plug this URL right into here, into this paid actor inside of Appify. So we like to use this Apollo scraper, scrape up to 50,000 leads. Actually, going back to Apollo, that's why we fine-tune this list to get down to under 50,000 leads. So that way it would fit into here. So then you just copy and paste it into here. We don't change any of the settings in here. We hit start. This is actually, I think, still running. And so, yeah, right now it's still running. We're only at 18,000. Let's click into this. So we're at 18,600 leads pulled so far. It's cost us about $22. So in total, this probably cost about $44, which is crazy affordable. If you ever purchase lists, this is pennies on the dollar, literally. And so I'm excited to have this list. One, I downloaded, so at any point in time in Appify, you can go ahead and just download what has happened so far. So I downloaded this list at like 7,000. That's one of the things that broke my Google Chrome, is I tried to copy and paste a list of 7,000 into Google Sheets. What I would recommend doing next time is, it eventually did paste. What I would recommend doing next time is going into File and then essentially import. Yeah, so then import, then you import a CSV, and then that I think would go a little bit quicker. So then what we do here is we actually just take this organization URL, and then earlier what I did was I actually filter this because a lot of these fields are blank. So I filtered out blanks and then just go ahead and copy and paste all of this. So I've already deleted all the blanks. So now I have 7,104 different URLs. Then I went into another Appify actor. So let's go into here. I went into Fast Website Content Crawler, and then I copy and pasted these into here. So that was really super simple for me to copy and paste. That did not freeze my computer. And then I just hit start. Then you can go to runs. You can see that this is still running. It's a little, it's about halfway done. You can see the cost of this is $3 per 1,000 results. So you would estimate that I have 7,000 results. 7 times 3 is 21. So this list should cost me about $21. And what the result was, and here I had to use a really small sample, is I have the now URL and I have the website text of this. I'm actually going to merge these two lists later because this list does not have the contacts on it. This is just the companies with everything. So then I'm going to actually just use a VLOOKUP formula inside of Google Sheets to then attach my email copy, which is going to be the final result, to the contact over here. So to give you an example, I would type in equals VLOOKUP and then equals this, find when it matches this, and then pull this cell. VLOOKUPs are for a whole nother type of video that I'm not going to do on today's phone call, but type in VLOOKUP if you're not familiar with it already. So what I've done with this is the raw data. Just these two columns is what my crawler did. And then this is another thing that froze Google Chrome, Google Chrome technically entirely crashed, but I just typed in equals AI. So let's just see, it says easy as just going equals AI and then open parentheses and then do quotes. And then all of your text has to be in quotes and just type like you're typing to ChatGPT essentially. So everybody's now familiar with that, especially if you're watching this video. And then you type in your prompt and then comma, and then your range. So this range could be one cell or it could be a series of cells. So in this case, I think for this email copy, for example, I actually went ahead and just pulled all of these cells. So now it has all this information in here, which is going to be a little bit quicker than reading the website text. So that's why I did this in steps. I don't think I probably didn't have to, but for load time, I just know how Google Sheet formulas and Excel formulas work, is the smaller you make these things, the quicker it'll load. Then, so let's go through my prompts. So I have, based on this website information, please determine who you think their target client is. And then it's pointing to this website text box right here. So it knows everything that's on the homepage of that website. So if they have a good website, it should say the services that they provide. And then I did the same exact thing for target client. And then I realized that it was giving me really, really long services. I actually did another test with just companies that I own, and it gave me like bullet points. I've built all these websites, so I'm thinking that for some reason it compiled the data the same exact way because I probably put it on the website the same exact type of way. And then you can see we target car dealerships. That's been our primary client for a long time. Now we service a lot of small businesses with Top Marketer is our newest business, where that services small businesses mainly from a website perspective. But now we're doing a lot of custom AI agents and specifically a lot of voice agents, and those have been really powerful. So this cold email blast is actually going to be for selling voice agents. So going through here, you can see these are the different types of things that these companies offer. As I mentioned before, marketing companies do a wide variety of things. So you can see each one does something a little bit different. and they promote themselves to somebody different. This strategy is going to work better if the company has some sort of niche, and unfortunately, a lot of companies are kind of generalists. So you can see in here that this is a perfect one. Competitive creators, and they offer content creation. And this is going to be a dud, so that might happen. We might want to like a QA layer later. That's because it did not, oh, there's no website there. So that email is not even going to work anyways. So let's just delete that one while we're ahead. So now I wrote email copy. So write an email line that follows this template. I'm impressed by how you help target client with services. We're building voice AI solutions specifically for target client, and I love to explore whether you'd be interested in white labeling our platform under your brand. Using this data, make sure to summarize their services and target client into 1 to 3 words. The reason why I did that is because they were actually taking like a paragraph of who their target client is and a paragraph of who their services are. We're actually listing all their services, and we didn't want that. So let's go down to Mr. Content Creator right here, because that's going to sound really good. I'm impressed by how you helped competitive creators with competitive creation. Okay. I think they were trying to be clever there instead of saying content creation. We're building voice AI solutions specifically for competitive creators, and I'd love to explore whether you'd be interested in white labeling our platform under your brand. So that is, I think, a pretty decent email. I'm excited. I'll probably just go ahead and send this as is. I actually have a little bit more. I've built out this entire email template, and I have a little bit more that I want to say inside of here. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this over. Well, really what I do is then I merge the lists, and then I upload that list into Instantly. So I would go into here, hit leads. I would upload a CSV. One of the fields inside of my list would be the email copy. So typically you just have your name and email, and then you use like insert tags like this. So you would insert something, your first name or company name. That's the super old school traditional way to do it. Now with AI, we can actually say insert email copy. So once that data is in there, then we can insert that email copy line. We can really create our entire email or multiple different lines inside of here. Let's talk about the marketing strategy here a little bit. Is what we're trying to do is, let's just actually go over to this one, because I know that our companies have exactly what our services are and who our niche is. So in this case, I'm impressed by how you help car dealerships with marketing. We're building voice AI solutions specifically for car dealerships, and I'd love to explore whether you'd be interested in white labeling our platform under your brand. So when the email is going to come out perfect, it's going to compliment them. Everybody loves a compliment. So there's a lot of psychology going into here. It's going to compliment them. It's going to show that I did my research, and this is probably truthfully a one-off email, that you help, car dealerships with marketing, and that's very accurate. And then we're building voice AI solutions specifically for car dealerships. I could have said that we can build things for your industry, but this is going to be a little bit of a white lie. If somebody says, oh, I serve CFOs and I help them organize their business, whatever that is, well, then we can ramp up a voice AI with our current setup right now pretty quickly. So by the time they hit interested and they respond to this email and they show that they're interested, I'll get our team to build a demo bot. Then we'll hop on the phone call. I can demo the demo bot for their specific industry and say, but we can totally customize this for you. And you could sell this as high as $14.95. We'll sell it to you for $7.95 as a wholesale price, and then we'll white label everything. So nothing will have our name on it, and you'll be a leader in your industry and show that you're innovative by being the first to offer voice AI to your target client. And that's it. So I'm super, super stoked about that. I just wanted to make this video short and sweet and get to the point. I could go on for another 50 minutes about different ideas and how you can approach this, and maybe I'll create more videos on all those other ideas later on, but play around with this and comment below what your idea was, how you customized a cold email for your target client and to sell your product to so-and-so or whatever you're doing. I'm excited to see really where this goes. And I think in general, make cold emails from an industry whole just so much better and a lot less boring. So if you like content like this, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to sign up for notifications. And we look forward to seeing you in the next video.